man. How you doing today?
Yeah, but like in the beginning of each show back then, it used to be like, "Hi everyone, I am the man, Kevin Martinez. You are tuning in to the Middleman Podcast, located in downtown Scranton, the Electric City, and Sanctuary." It was just like, bro, it was a mouthful, bro. It was a lot, and I would be like fumbling a lot. You know what I noticed is if I say the word middleman really fast, it just sounds like, "Hello everyone, welcome to the Middleman Podcast." That's what it sounds like.
Sound like Eminem to me.
It doesn't sound good,
You're
bro.
a rap god.
It doesn't sound good. Summa lumma dumma lumma, you assuming I'm a superhuman.
Welcome to the middleman.
Welcome to the middleman.
There it is.
Yes,
you found
sir.
your
I got a laptop in my back pocket.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's some Eminem right there. Did you pick that up? Did you pick that up? Did you pick that up?
Did you? That's the important part.
Bro, I found it. This is gonna be a fun fucking conversation, man. So as I told you, I just figured out the biggest problem in this house. There's a buzzing. There's a nonstop buzzing. It's vibrating. I need to move out, bro. It's horrific. This whole time we've been doing this podcast, right? My audio engineer, Nezzo. Do you know Nezzo? I'm sure you know Nezzo. Nezzo's been going crazy trying to figure out what the sound is, the problem, the wire, the microphone, the interface. What is it? What's the problem, bro? And then yesterday I was doing a reel, and I took a moment and I stopped and I listened and I stared, and I realized that there's a nonstop low tone, buzzing, humming, vibration coming from the side of my building.
Oh, it's coming out in your videos. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is.
Wally having an orgy in your corner of your house, and it's just fully on audio. It
So
sucks.
when you say Wall-E, are you talking about Wall-E the robot?
Yeah, man, that's what it sounds like. It's
Oh.
just consistent buzzing. But, I like it. It's peaceful.
Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good comparison there, I guess. Wall-E having an orgasm, is that?
No, an orgy.
An orgy. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. Well, as you can tell, this is the tone that's going to be set for the rest of the show, everyone. Please welcome back to the Middleman Podcast, That Other Guy Timmy, Mr. Timmy Alicia. Am I saying that right? Did I say that wrong?
You hurt my feelings just now.
Did I?
Yes.
How
It's
do you-
Alicia.
Alicia.
Gosh.
My apologies. That's what I had the other guy Timmy, right?
It's okay. Kevin, Marina.
That's fair. I've been called worse, bro. I've been called worse. Well, welcome back to the show, Timmy. You've been here before. You were here while we were in a sanctuary studio. Things have changed since then. You were episode 29. And since then, bro, you and I have both kept on our grind, bro. As a matter of fact, that episode was released November 26, 2021. Okay, which means that we probably recorded that towards the end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah, man.
And since then, dude, what is that? That's 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, give or take. And here we are, right here, right now. So doing this shit. And that's pretty incredible, bro. And I remember in that episode, I had mentioned I like speaking to individuals early on in their career, and here you are back on the show because I was like, yeah, I could be like, oh, I've talked to Timmy. I've talked to Timmy, episode 29 of the Middleman Podcast. Now you're going to be episode 100, and I'm going to take a guess here. I think 108 or 107,
It's a good number.
Yeah, it's a great number. And what I think about is, there's individuals who I speak to who, we never, double back or talk on a show again, or maybe they set a goal out for themselves and then they don't stick to it, and then, we just don't have a follow-up show. But you've consistently kept on your grind, and you moved in silence, though. You moved in silence, I will say, because, when you go into your social media, if you go to look up Timmy, you will see that you are active, right? But it's not. I feel like you're doing a lot more than you're actually letting the world see. Am I wrong by saying that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a lazy social media guy.
Okay.
More of a worker than showing I'm working type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Because showing results ain't shit if you ain't got results to show. So, when I do feel like posting, which is like you say, every once in a while, it feels good to have something to show. So got to keep building it. Can't keep posting the same thing.
Exactly. But for your atmosphere, for your trade, maybe it's better off that you don't post all your content, because that way when people come see you in your show, they haven't heard that joke before. It could be more organic. It could be a real laugh rather than, oh, I heard that one on Instagram, or I've seen that one on YouTube. So, you've been definitely on your grind. And I think about how when we did that first show, you and I, we had a small relationship as in like friends. And then since then, we've had multiple run-ins, whether it be at an event. Actually, I think it's more so always at an event of some sort, whether you're performing or whether you're just enjoying yourself. I could be enjoying myself, just some leisure activities. But one of the things that I remember first and what's most prominent was at after our show, you actually you ran your own comedy show, and it was at the Sherman Theater, but the place next to the Sherman Theater, the Showcase, correct? The Showcase by the Sherman Theater. You ran that. It was a comedy night. You invited me out, and that night before, I had thought to myself, like, you should probably get something in your head mentally, because I've always thought about doing comedy, right? And I was like, if there's any person who would probably give me an opportunity to get on stage, it may be Timmy. So, the whole show went on. Everyone who was planning to go up, they did a fantastic job. You closed out the show, but when the show was over, you had time still available before the event was over. So, you looked around in the crowd, and, you're like, hey, is there anybody up here who just wants to, test out some comedy, have some fun, maybe do some poetry or anything of that nature? And I'm there with my editor, Zach, Mr. Z Visions, and I'm just there like, I don't know, bro. I kind of prepare for this, because I was telling him on a car ride down, I was like, I kind of prepared mentally for a little bit of like one or two jokes. That's it. And ultimately, Zach was like, yo, I got someone right here. And he pointed at me, and I'm like, fuck. And you were like, who is that? Oh, Kev, all right, come on up. And I was like, oh, man, all right, well, here we go. And so I went up on the stage, and I remember the jokes I told. One of them was an Uno joke, whether stacking was legal or illegal. I asked the crowd for engagement. If you believe stacking's legal, please raise your hand. And it split the room, and it definitely made some chatter. So that was pretty good, And then after that, I talked about something that I've talked about on the podcast, which I call not a highlight of my career. Do you happen to remember that story by chance? Potentially. It involved me climbing over a couch of some sort.
Sort of. I'm sure if you brought it up, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, you did that.
Yeah, not a highlight of my career.
Wait, not sleepwalking?
Yeah.
And you peed in a plant?
That's it. You got it. Yep.
There it is.
Right
I'm
in
nasty.
someone's fucking closet,
See,
man.
real friends.
What an
Remember
animal.
that.
What an animal, bro. So, yeah, man, that was my first experience on stage. And, I don't know if I ever, said thank you for that, but, that was definitely something that I've always wanted to do, something that I felt like I was capable of doing. And doing it for the first time, nerve-wracking, legs are fucking shaking, sweating, bullets, not sure of how the crowd's going to respond, but they responded pretty well. And since then, I've done maybe let's just say 5, right? Let's just say 5. And, it's been a great time, but it's not something that I pursue full-time as you. So going back to that event, are there any hopes of you doing something of that nature ever again?
Hosting wise, the next time I plan on hosting, I'm trying to host a award show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
In terms of putting on the community, yes, in terms of that, it's more of me trying to give back to the people who are throwing their own shows. Me throwing my own feels kind of tooting my own, because I kind of want to be the one performing. So I'm saying, I don't want to create my own platform, but I'm saying, to hop on someone else's platform is kind of more engaging, I'm saying, for someone who actually wants to do that. Because there are people who are, striving to be hosts, striving to be, MCs, whether it's DJs, how it goes. In my career path, my hopes, my dream is just to be a comedian, which is why I'm not really good with the social media stuff, because I'm not a social media guy. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm barely a comedian when I'm sitting down, so, that's just where I stay at. But yeah, in terms of wanting to do it again, I might, when I become famous, maybe do a hometown show, but it will always come back to giving back to the community and making sure they're showing out, because I'm going to get it my own way, so.
Yeah, man. You definitely, the community knows you, man. The community is definitely involved, and, they see what you're doing. They see that you set a goal, and, they support you, man. And I think that, once again, I just want to say thank you for that opportunity, because since then, I've had some great times doing the stand-up comedy. Although maybe not all of them may not be hits. Some of them might be some tanks, But then after that, then I remember us being at the Self-Privilege Essential event. You remember that? Self-Privilege Essential event at Far Myers, and I remember there were 2 comedians. It was you and me, and then the rest of the individuals were artists, musical artists. And Kafari came up to me and said, yo, do you want to open? And I was like, I really don't. I don't, but I'm not going to follow Timmy. I'm not going to do that. He does the comedy shit, so I'll let him do it, So we ended up doing it there. Great time. Feedback from that show, I think you told me, as well as Emmy, was just be more natural with it. Don't let it be scripted, because then that way it feels more natural. And I've definitely taken that advice, and it does seem to help. It does seem to help a lot, man. But a lot has changed since that first episode to now. Me I remember saying that like I've only been to one comedy show. Since then I've been to multiple. You've been performing on stage after stage after stage after stage, consistently moving in silence, and you've definitely have achieved a monumental goal there. You ended up going to California, Hollywood,
Yes,
the Laugh
sir.
Factory. Tell us about that event, bro. Tell us about how you networked yourself into that. I definitely feel like that was a goal that you set upon yourself, and just to be able to achieve that goal is massive.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't even remember, to be honest, how that started. It was like a couple years ago, actually. It was during COVID. At that time, obviously, nothing was really open. So, you gotta kind of have to create your own wave. And this competition that they were doing for it was supposed to be actually a Netflix show. It was going to be American Idol, but for comedians. Then it got pulled back to just a virtual online show where they'll have fans come on and just vote for you and stuff like that. So it was about 80 to 100 comedians performing.
How'd you find out about this competition? It just like came across your.
Honestly, the same way I find all my shows. Like I dig, type in comedy performance and all social media apps and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Cross my fingers. I'm my own agent. So
Yeah.
like chase whatever I find. Again, no idea how I came across it. I just know I put my name in submission. Then one year I saw an ad for it, and I kind of was like, hey, I put my name a couple years ago. Do you guys mind considering me? And then a couple weeks later, I got an invitation for it
Oh shit.
to try it out. Not to be in it, but to try it out. Sent out a little, video clip of me in the past. Got accepted. Boom. Did the show and it ended up being 4 out of the 100 comedians. So that was great. And then what was it? 2.5 years later, I ended up in Cali.
Yeah, so it was confirmed pretty early on, and then you just had to wait that whole time, correct?
Yes, sir.
So within that whole time, how did you prepare yourself? How did you get ready for the show? The first go around, I know you mentioned that you used to set up your camera and just shoot the shit, and whatever stuck. Is that still your method, your creative process when it comes to getting your material ready?
It's insane. Most things have changed when it comes to like my styles and stuff like that. Like I trust myself more. So in terms of putting so much stress in that one-on-ones with yourself, obviously I still do those, but they're more miniature. They're more in a smaller sense now. Now I can trust myself and have a punchline and then go on stage and deliver the rest. And when I get to the punchline, it'll fall into place. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, how I sense of preparing for it, stay busy. Genuinely, like I said, you caught me at the Keystone stage that one time.
Yes.
And that was me kind of trying to stay motivated. As a comedian, you're not able to put out a song every single day, like say a struggling magician or something like that.
Yes.
Magician, excuse me. So they don't have that work ethic. Kind of, you have to thrive yourself. So like I said, staying busy and stuff like that until that day finally came, which was 2 years of staying busy. But
Yeah, 2 years
I
of
did
staying
it.
busy.
Nah,
Much respect to you. I do remember that Keystone stage. I actually do have that written here too. That was one of those run-ins that you and I had, and you did really well at the Keystone stage, man. And I personally tanked, bro. I do remember that. I remember not having a good show, and I was like sweating, and there was this one guy like sitting like right where you are right now, right? And like I'm just staring at him the whole time, right? And like I'm just like, I'm not staring at him, but I'm just moving my eyes throughout the crowd, right? Trying to say these jokes, whatever comes to mind. And then I get off the stage, he's like, hey, man, you did a great job. I was like, it's all right, bro. You didn't laugh. I saw you the whole time. You don't got to say that. It's okay. The whole time, bro. He was like this. Arms crossed, too. That demeanor, too. I was like, damn, bro.
there's always some haters in the crowd, though. But those are the people that are going to get you through it,
You need those people, right?
Exactly. Like that. Actually, believe it or not, funny story about that day. I don't know if you know this. The host of that, remember him?
Yeah, I believe his name was, is it Kevin as well?
It could have been. I don't. I was asking
The
if
big
he
guy,
did.
the blonde hair dude?
You know what? Yes, definitely blonde. Kind of.
Has like a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah, little.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He out there personality.
Fluffy. He's fluffy. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we're talking about the same dude.
Right. So he was a comedian actually.
Yes.
And he performed in New York and stuff like that.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
The Underground and stuff like that. The Cellar a couple times, et cetera, et cetera. He gave me advice after my
Yeah.
show. He's like, yeah, no, all the jokes that were, not hitting, I understood as a comedian. They're fine. Like, they're good. Trust me, if you were in a comedian stage, comedy place, it would hit a little bit better, and it was great. I was loving it. I love advice from all comedians. But then I told him, I was like, yeah, what else would you tell me? I'm actually going to Hollywood in a couple months. I'm just trying to get some stuff out there. The first thing he told me was, who's going to Hollywood? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're going to Hollywood? I was like, yeah. He's like, where? I was like, the Laugh Factory. He's like, you're going to the Laugh Factory. You are. And from right there, he put out his phone, put out his Google Maps, looked up Hollywood Factory, then showed it to me and said, there, to confirm I was talking about that place.
Yeah, okay.
That extra confirmation really was needed. But you know what I'm saying? After that, the conversation kind of got stalled. It was different. It turned into him actually giving me advice into like, listen, man, I don't know if you're really ready. Here's what you could do. If you want to, you can come back next week and I'll have a couple other my comedians and you could tell your best jokes and we'll judge you and stuff like that. And, we'll tell you what you should and shouldn't use. I didn't ever, hit him up again. Because, sometimes you just got to trust your own gut. But
yeah.
Like I said, the haters are everywhere, even in,
Respectfully, I've never seen him do any comedy, so I don't know what his track record is. Maybe if I looked up his name, it might be credible. But even still, for him to knock your hustle and to knock the seriousness of what you were saying there, that you are going to be in Hollywood, that he wanted the triple confirmation, as if you were making a mistake, I understand.
It's hilarious, though. And it's genuinely funny. It's like the pulling out the phone and typing in the Google Maps.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal stuff.
Well, how many people, when you were speaking to them about this opportunity, maybe gave you that reaction?
Yeah. All right, so like 50% of people are supportive of it. It's very tough when you actually have a genuine opportunity. That's the thing about life. Even with me, I'm a victim of it. You either suffer from envy or jealousy. Like, there is not very escaping. You can't escape the two. People say you can't be either. Nah, it's okay to be jealous. Because jealous doesn't mean you don't want them to have it. It means you want that too. That's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're envying it, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I wish I had it and he didn't. That's a little bit different. So 50% of the people I've crossed were either happy for me, maybe jealous. Other half was happy for me, definitely envy. So that's why I'm so secretive with my stuff when it comes to that. Because I know there's people who don't want to.
So are you coming on this podcast right now, right? We got to break the secrets out. But are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I mean, for your crowd, you know what I'm saying? I trust your people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Kevin Marina people,
Kevin Marina, the Kevin Marina Middleman Podcast. Sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I can understand that, bro. It's the envious and, just that type of response is pretty lackluster. I'm kind of saddened that individual did that because, that's just not cool at all.
That's life, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, even I would suffer from it. I try not to be, I'm not usually envious, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, both those things are natural. I do find myself jealous of people. Shit. Breaking news. I find myself jealous of this man right here. Because every time I see him posting a podcast or calling me to do a podcast, I'm like, shit, I'm not doing enough. I'm not working. So that's not envious saying, damn, I wish he was slow down a little so that way I could speed up and pass him. No, that's me saying, damn, man, I need to catch up to him so that way, you know what I'm saying, when we run in this race, I can at least see his coattails type stuff. Different feelings, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, not everybody is jealous or envious. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain people that you just know they're not genuinely happy for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
you just got to keep your head above water and just keep moving with it. Let it fuel you and let it keep moving you forward because, there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be, some animosity. There's going to be people who are going to be in your circle who you think are supporting you, rooting for you, but in reality, they're looking back and saying, damn, I wish I was doing it on a caliber that individual was doing. I'm sure I hear it through the podcast world. There's a little bit of, humming here and there. But not too much, because I try to treat everyone with respect, and I don't think anyone I'm not trying to start no beef, but if we could go there, we got to go there. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. But so yeah, we did that show at the Keystone, and then there was like one more other. There was another time I ran into you. I don't know if you remember this instance. Actually, as a matter of fact, I ran into you as the other guy at a Kalahari. Do you remember that?
Yeah, man.
Do you remember that? That was a pretty wild night. The night in question at Kalahari was ColossalCon. For those of you who don't know what ColossalCon is, it is basically Comic Con, but at Kalahari. Okay, and I was there. I just came from a comedy show. I literally just came from a comedy show in Philadelphia, and I'm in like some pretty casual clothes.
Actually, not to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
What Keystone turned out from me and you crossing in this event, because you told me about to meet you there this Monday.
Exactly.
So 2 days later, I ended up going to that show. So just a little insider, but glad. Sorry.
Very much so. So yeah, I remember showing up to this event, and at ColossalCon, guys, there's like costumes and outfits everywhere. There was a Pikachu dancing on a dance floor. I'm wearing the most like professional button-up khaki pants. You know, I'm just there because a buddy of mine wanted to go drink at the bar, so we're doing that. And then I'm like, you know what? Might as well join them because they're all looking like they're having a fucking blast. There was a big party. It was like the night at the museum. You know, the party that they have at the night at the museum in the lobby there. That's what they were having. It was a massive party, and I ended up going in there, having a great time, all not even in character, having a really good time. And then all of a sudden, a dog shows up and says, he just does this. He just does this shit. A fucking dog shows up, man.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. I was going through your YouTube today. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel.
You didn't know I have a YouTube channel?
No, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I found out today.
So, okay.
There's a video on there. Your first one, I guess, where you're like doing some male products with your hair.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you keep that one?
Absolutely, because like that's proof that I wanted to be something when I was young. Okay.
Okay.
I was willing to embarrass myself at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just in case Ellen saw it, she didn't.
If you had to choose between Ellen and Oprah's show, which one would you go on? All right. All right. Go ahead. Let's start with those two.
Oprah might sell you to Tyler Perry. Ellen might like abuse you physically.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, which show do you want to go on?
If whoever's richer between those two women.
Between those two women?
Yeah.
We're talking about Ellen and Oprah. I think Oprah is more.
Probably Oprah.
Yeah.
All right, so then damn it. Oprah.
All right, Oprah.
Jimmy or
Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Kimmel.
Sesame Street or Teletubbies?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. I think I'd go with Sesame Street.
On
as
some
well.
gangster shit.
Yeah, of
you know
course.
What I'm saying? I fuck with my guy Elmo. He's always there for me when I need him type shit. You know?
What's that one video where he's like, you got my money? You got my fucking money? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, you're gonna get copyrighted.
Am I?
Yeah.
You think so?
Immediately. It's just gonna get pulled. It's never
saying.
gonna make it to the 5 o'clock. It's just gonna get pulled by 4. Because they're gonna hear the voice.
Who knows? So, Timmy, you became a father since our last show.
Sorry about that.
Listen, it's not my fault. It's yours.
Just wanted to apologize to everybody out there. Oops. Okay.
That there's another one of you running around.
Yeah. You know, little monster.
Yeah. How's
Yes.
that? How's that affected you as a comedian?
It just makes me go harder. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because now I can't give up.
Uh-huh.
You know, telling my son I was a failed comedian is that's crazy.
What's crazier than being a failed comedian? Being a failed firefighter.
No, because fires are tough. I could see myself losing one-on-one to a fire. Real shit.
Being a failed lifeguard?
Nah. There's like a good amount of people who can't swim.
What?
Yeah, bro, that firefighter who died.
Who failed? Yeah, he failed.
and
Yeah,
died
that was
trying to
actually
save a
pretty
kid.
dark.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen to a comedian? He gets slapped by Will Smith? Fuck it, I'll take that. I'm not trying to die. Well, you mentioned every job that somebody could possibly die. My job is completely risk-free, you know? Lifeguard, drowning, fireman.
Do you think being a comedian is risk-free?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Like I said, a couple Will Smiths here and there. I could take them. Type shit.
Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, speaking about fighting, I did see that you put up something on your Facebook the other day. I just wanted to know what enticed this intrusive thought. But you're claiming that you believe that you could take on 20 people before it's all over, like fighting wise.
No. So you said don't tap table.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was loud, bro. I heard that.
You're welcome. So now you're awake. So what that actually is, I'm curious, respectful to all little people that are out there. I just want to know, individually on a real basis, how many little people do you think you could take on at the same time before you're overcometh by little people?
So you're saying little people, as in like your height, or like littler?
Nah, like
We're talking little people.
the little.
The little people.
The
I got you.
littles.
Like the ones that you would go watch wrestle. You never seen little people wrestle?
I don't know if I would go watch them.
Why not,
You
bro?
know what I'm saying?
That-
Like the little people, big world.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Like
so you
elves.
think 20?
like 25 on some like before like my energy's depleted. I'm not that big of a person. I'm trying to be respectful to them.
What's the arena? Where are you fighting?
UFC Octagon, but
Okay.
all the elves are the best of the best. Oh, sorry, not elves. All the little people.
Wow.
I have a reason why I said that.
Might get canceled.
It's no. It sounds terrible. Not elves. What I meant to say was little people, but they are the best of the best. All their fighting abilities are like the little person from Elf. You know that little person. He's like, call me Elf one more time, and then he beats Buddy's ass.
Yes.
They all have the capabilities of him. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Just the best of the best.
So you think you can take on 20 of those?
25. Stop
25.
disrespecting my number.
My fault.
Gosh.
I think I'm fighting. I think I'm making. All right, if you're taking on 25, then I'm going to one up you. I'm doing 26.
Why?
Why? Why 26?
I had thoughts behind my reasons. You're just throwing a number out there.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I just think that I could probably fight a little bit more individuals than you because of my size. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm going with that. Perhaps you are faster than me. You can outrun them for sure. Most certainly, you might be more agile. You can climb the fence, but that doesn't stop me from climbing the fence. Why do you believe that you could take on 25?
Please, I'm perplexed right now from all this commentary, first of all, because, again, I put thoughts into my reasons, all right? If I swing one of them by the legs, I'm taking at least 6 to 7 out, but my energy is going to be tired because they do weigh. Like, they're like a German.
Oh, you're saying swing them? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking logically, like, if
Yeah.
I'm really trying to beat them.
Like
You
when
just threw out a number.
Like when Optimus Prime
You're not taking this serious.
went to go chop as a banana, like a pinata hitting a.
You're upsetting me. I just want to let you know that. All right? You're pissing me off. It's a legit, honest question. Little people are going to feel disrespected by you not taking it serious.
Okay.
And-
They're not going to be disrespected by the elf comment.
Yeah, nah, because you're saying 26, but when 24 of them motherfuckers show up and beat your ass because you didn't want to take them serious and you really want to think about it, it's on you.
All right. So proceed to tell me. So you took out 7 of them. You have 20.
7 to 10.
Okay. So we'll just say, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll say you took out 8.
That's fair.
Okay. So you took out 8.
Right. And
Out
I'm
of 25.
kicking. Remember, now my energy, we're going at 100% energy starting from there. All right? If I'm swinging a little person,
There's 17 left.
they probably weigh about this, like the weight of a German Shepherd. And if I'm swinging a German Shepherd around for about like 30 to 40 seconds, I'm going to be like energy depleted by 35%. Right? So boom, now I'm at like some 60, some 70, some energy. You know
So
what
you're
I'm
going
saying?
to eat a granola bar and you're going to replenish your energy?
No, they're coming at you nonstop. This
Okay.
is all at the same time.
Gotcha.
You don't have time to. This guy, again, not taking it serious. Okay? So, after I'm done swinging, boom, energy's gone. I'm at like 60, 70, right?
Yeah.
Go like circle.
Gotcha.
Again, I'm in an octagon of little people, so it's a
Octagon,
circle.
8 corners.
You're swinging them around,
Yes.
then I'm gonna start kicking them. But again, at that point, my energy is gonna be laughing.
Sparta kick.
My energy is gonna be down to like 40% after the kicking. Because again, I just
So-
got done swinging a little person.
How much energy are you using per kick per person? What's the math here?
To actually do some damage, and I'm going like 10%.
10%.
Straight hits though.
Per
I might have to double hit
individual.
some of them though.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Domino effect.
So like 20% each person, because 10 each.
Domino effect.
Bong. Oh my god, concussion.
Gotcha.
Bong out. I'm just like thinking real because again, they have like the foreheads of gods.
So you just took out 10 more, correct?
Roughly.
Or give or take. So what are we at now? 16, 17? No, we're down to like 6 or 7. My math.
Yeah.
6 or 7. All right, so you have 6, 7 left. Your energy level was what level now? How much energy do you have left?
I'm at like 25, 35, anywhere between that range.
Do or die now. You need a little bit of energy. What picks your energy up to get you excited to fight off the rest of these little people?
The fact that I see a whole bunch of them more coming. It's just an endless amount until you can't take no more.
Okay.
It's just do or die. Your kids are on the line. How about that? Now your kid's on the outside of the octagon getting choked out by one of them, and your only way to beat them is to like beat a certain amount.
Okay.
There's your motivation. But I'm going to lose eventually because I'm going to get tired. What now? Why can't you beat 26?
Why can I be 26?
Are you going to swing one around for maybe
You
a
know,
minute?
my idea here is definitely swinging them around, but swinging them around so fast that at the end of it, I let it go and it starts a tornado vortex. So now there's a tornado in this octagon, okay? And I'm in the center of it. That means I'm the eye of the storm, okay?
Do you think I'm a joke?
Do I think you're a joke? You telling me that you're a comedian, is that not the joke?
No, it's not the joke. There's no joke in this. This is a real topic of conversation. You're being very disrespectful to these little people right now. I want you guys to know I love you.
Okay.
I am you.
You are one.
Yeah. I can say the M word if I want to because I'm one of them. But I'm not.
Okay, you said M word,
Yeah.
right? All right, cool. Just making sure.
How this guy's problem?
Just making sure, bro. Just making sure, because I thought I heard something else. So listen, we just got off on a tangent there. Hypothetically, we're fighting midgets, or excuse me, wow. Wow. Beep. No, we can't keep it in. Hypothetically, we're done fighting these little people now, right? You get your call to go to California, Hollywood. You're going to the Laugh Factory. Talk me through. You booked your flight. The first thing you get off the plane, what is the first thing that hits your mind when you're getting off the plane?
Honestly, like where can I buy weed?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was an 8-hour flight.
Who'd you go with? Was it just me, myself, and I?
It's actually Uber drivers that deliver. Just go on an app.
I'm speaking in regards to LA, Hollywood, California. Did you go on yourself with that plane, or did you have?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like who I smoke with.
No.
Yeah, no, I went with my parents.
Oh, okay.
I flew them out.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's very expensive, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Can't go on that trip by yourself type shit.
And did
So-
the Laugh Factory provide you with tickets for supporters, or did they have to go and purchase?
Yeah,
tickets
everyone
themselves?
was putting the VIP sections with like the celebrity families and
Oh,
stuff like
that's
that.
so cool, man.
So they met, you know, celebrity families, et cetera, et cetera. You know, it's pretty cool.
So you get there, you get some weed, right? When's the show? Is it the day after, 2 days after?
Day after.
The day after. the
Right,
day
get a
after.
night in, you know what I'm saying? Get a good rest.
Mhm.
But yeah, that flight was fun though. You know what I'm saying? 8-hour flight, take a couple shots, you know,
Yeah.
knock out, wake up in Hollywood.
Yeah, of course.
That's great.
That's the American dream, is it not?
Yeah.
So then you're getting ready for the show. The show's a day after. What time is your show? Are you adjusted to the time yet? Are you jet lagged?
That's the worst thing I could ever experience was the time difference. 'Cause it was like 3-4 hour difference. So, you know, when it was like 9 o'clock over there, it was only like 5 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock over here. So it sucked, you know, not being able to sleep at the right time. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, fuck it. Drinking gets you through anything. You know, that's it. That's the main advice of this podcast.
So did they give you? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Did they give you? Were you able to explore the atmosphere, the stage before the show, or did you arrive as the doors were opening and as people were filling in? You know, it's kind of baptism by fire. You had to go when it was time to go.
It's closed until it's time to open because obviously it's a protected historical building and stuff like that. To be I just, you know, visited around, looked around the area, enjoyed the homeless people. There's a lot of them in LA. They're homeless people.
There's a lot over here too, man.
No, you would think.
Oh
but
no,
it's a difference.
I agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree. You're not
saying?
wrong. You're not wrong.
But their homeless people are different.
Uh-huh.
They got like Nikes on and Yeezys. Makes you question.
You know why, right?
No.
It's because for a while there, I know they were raiding trains, and like shipments, and the railroads were all covered with just like stolen product. They be just taking it.
They better relax. I almost robbed a homeless person. I know he's wearing the same size Yeezys I have.
Wow.
You wearing the size? Which way? Size 8?
So, it was closed before the show started. You get to the show, you're getting ready to go. You're backstage with who?
Family at that point, a DJ. Until then, and then the host came. And then actually a couple Wild 'N Out cast members.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's who I was hanging out with. Brandon Lee, excuse me. A couple of names, excuse me. They're Kevin Harley. Again, a couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
Is a big, decent list. But like I said, enjoyed, talked with them. Not really even talked with them, just kind of listened.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not really much to talk about. Hi, I'm here performing for this, and kind of taking everything you could take in.
Now, let me ask you, how was the show laid out? Were you laid out as an opener? Were there multiple openers, or were you the sole opener for other acts that were going to close out the night?
I opened the Laugh Factory, actually.
Sweet. Wow.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate, literally, but like, saying it's like a crazy feeling because, you got to like be the first act in a place that's known for the best.
You got to set the tone.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just went with my gut and talked about Diddy,
Okay.
Very easy very easy subject right in the nose,
Uh-huh.
So, went with my gut, won the crowd, and again, it was great.
May I ask you, were there any moments throughout this entire trip or while you were on stage that, maybe you have settled in and a thought came to your head that may have give you the thought of just like imposter syndrome? You know what imposter syndrome is?
I do when you tell me it.
Okay, so imposter syndrome is like, it's like I shouldn't be here right now. Like I shouldn't. All right, prime example, my work, HVAC. I get paid this amount of money. Am I worth that amount of money? I don't know if I am. Imposter syndrome,
Oh, yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
Because, obviously being from where, I'm at, from where I'm from, this, what I'm saying, expect to leave the forest that we're in, so seeing a completely different land, but being there for like work is like it's saying, especially when you see other people that like, you see on TV.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm here to do the same thing they are. Like, it's definitely, undoubtedly.
How'd you overcome those emotions, thoughts? Because sometimes those can cause anxiety or a little bit of nervousness to doing anything.
I remember the fact that I'm just a comedian. You know what I'm saying? No matter the location, no matter who I'm around, no matter first, second, third, opening, closing, I'm a comedian. So stick it to that.
So you said there were like 4 individuals who did this application. 4 out of 100 got selected, correct? So were there the 3 other acts following you and then the 2 headliners closing the night? Is that how the show was laid out?
So the Laugh Factory is booked like 5 years in advance.
Okay.
So, like I said, my show was placed years ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know, not sure if I even see those guys that I won with ever again. Good luck to them though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got invited back.
So how was it? How was the show laid out though? Like, explain to me what was the like. Were there 6 comedians? Were there 4 comedians? How was that laid out?
So like the way the Laugh Factory works, it's interesting. They have a format. They have like which is called the first impressions, which is what I was.
Okay.
The first chance. Then after that, which you only get like 3 to 5 minutes. After that, you get the graduate spot, which is with the first impressions people. If they're good, they get voted on to move on to there.
So it's like the rookie sophomore,
Exactly.
essentially. Okay.
Which I did make it to this point, which I'll be going back next year. Announcement, breaking news.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
I
that.
say it goes then it's the graduates. They get like 5 to 6 minutes, and then the actual comedians. Now
Wait, so what is the first impression? How much time did you get?
3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5? Is that what you said?
So
Okay.
you mix it right in the middle. Try to pause out. When you get the red light, you have a minute left.
Wow, man. Wow. So you basically had to go up there and tell maybe 1 or 2 hitter jokes right away to make a big first impression.
I told about 30. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, when you know you're gonna do 3 minutes and you're a comedian, you gotta
get.
You got 3
locked in for
minutes.
that.
You know what I'm saying? First sentence got to be like,
Do
huh.
you recall any of the ones that really hit? I know it's like that was a really good joke that hit well with the crowd, that settled well with the crowd.
Yeah, a couple of them. Let's see. I know I talked about their homeless people a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, this place is great. You know what I'm saying? I'm jealous of your guys' homeless people. Because they get to live out here for free.
The top tier,
Yeah, know
top
what
tier
I'm saying?
individuals, yeah.
What a great location to pick. If I could, I would. And then like I said, the rest was more about Diddy.
Yeah.
Which is it's
The forefront of the media right now.
right, easy subject.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just joking, saying I really wanted to be a singer at first, but then I questioned how much performing at the Super Bowl halftime show was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
I think I already got it. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man.
Shadows. Usher. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just kept rolling with Diddy. Sorry, dude, you're very easy to joke on now,
Yeah, extremely easy. I mean, even 50 Cent's a comedian when it comes to Diddy, man.
He just sold his documentary, 50 million. Congratulations, bro.
I did see that, man. Congratulations to 50 over there, man. He's doing his thing. So you said you did the rookie show, right? The response from the crowd was immaculate. And they're grading you on that performance to determine whether or not you could come back for the graduate spot, or is it your responsibility to submit another application and hope that they see your name again and pick you?
No, you get judged right there.
Okay.
You find out about 2 weeks after. Wait for an email. If you don't get an email, you're more than
Do you
welcome.
know what the criteria is that they're looking for?
They give you the basic stuff. Like it said, what the judges are looking for: stage presence, content, crowd reactions. So basically, a good comedian.
A good show, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I got what you're saying. Yeah,
Type
exactly.
shit.
So 2 weeks. So then the show's over, right? The show's over. You spoke to comedians. You got some really good advice. You're on a fucking high of a lifetime. How long was it until you came down from that high? What were some of the things that you did after the show? Just let me hear what your emotions were after the show, bro. I can only imagine that it must have been a surreal moment to be there and to have been accepted by the crowd as well as you were.
Yeah, no, that was insane. I did not expect genuinely I didn't expect to do like a perfect 10 out of 10. I was expecting to, have a little mess up or something, but genuinely it went really good. I was shocked, not shocked like, wow, I can't believe I did it, but more like shocked, like, wow, I can't believe they let me say those things about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, grateful. That's the main emotion. Genuinely grateful, because mess up or perfect execution is gonna be the same emotion coming off. Because the last thing I did was turn around and kiss the Laugh Factory side. I only got one chance if I ever want to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did it. Some nasty shit. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. It just tastes like pennies. But fuck it, I did it. Could be the first comedian to kiss the Laugh Factory side. But
Maybe.
you know what I'm saying? Grateful. First thing I did was go to the host, which he's a known comedian there. If you go look up Laugh Factory, he's the first guy that's gonna pop up. I asked him what he thought. Again, some real advice. The first thing he told me was, "Yo, you're funny. Don't worry about that. If you're worried about being funny, that's don't worry. You got it. Just talk about yourself more. Because I only talked about other people. They didn't know who I was by the time I got off the stage. It's like, motherfucker, you only gave me 3 minutes. I had to pick, okay? But yeah, no, I genuinely took that advice. It's true. Because if you think about it, like, they're not gonna know, who I was. They're gonna know what I talked about though. So the way I looked at it though is like, that's my first stage. I need to make sure I'm funny. So whether
What a big stage for it to be considered. I understand what you're saying, like your first real stage. That is a massive stage. Do you have any? So you're gonna be going back, right? Graduate. 2 weeks later, you're back home. You got that email. How was that, bro? How lit were you? How fucking fired up were you?
I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because it said it like, if you don't get it by a week, move on. But I got it within 2 weeks. So I was like, wow, like, you fucking kidding me? I was genuinely, like, again, grateful, man.
Now, I know you intentionally blocked out the date, but you don't have to give it. But could you give like a certain time frame that you may potentially be going back?
The same time frame I was on before.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 years.
Wow.
The reason I don't do the specific date is because, again, there's a lot of haters out there, unfortunately, that just wish ill will. And it could be a motherfucker that says, hope it rains on that day. And I just don't need any of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a guy who believes in superstitions, but if there is shit out there that's real, I'd rather not invite it my way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what is me telling them is going to be in 3 years going to do for me.
It's that part of moving in silence.
You know what I'm saying? And it's tough to do that because you want to promote, you want to be excited, you want to tell everybody, but not everybody wants to be happy for you, you know? So
That's interesting, bro. I feel like that's been a common theme is that people aren't happy for you. Do you have something you want to get off your chest?
no.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
reality.
All right.
I am aware of that, you know, that natural fact in life, you know. If you're not, then you're going to get screwed, you know, being too either comfortable or too close to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like moving the wrong way, spreading the wrong information too soon.
No, I get that, man. I get that. I mean, I've misjudged individuals, and you know, it's shocking. It always shocks me because I feel like I'm one of the best judges of character when it comes to speaking to people and really gauging who I'm surrounded by. But I had a moment a few weeks ago that just really was an eye opener. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I'm like, "Really?" Like I was around that individual and they were doing that type of shit. Like, come on, man. And it's heartbreaking, you know. They just sit there and be like, damn, maybe my good person judge radar wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Exactly. Which is why, you know, the only thing you can really focus on is being the best you know, which is why I really have taken that focus, you know, that's this year's goal is to, you know, try to be a better person overall because I've seen how bad other people can be. And I've been a bad person myself, you know what I'm saying? So, like, over that.
Very well, Timmy. I think we're going to transition into tea time here. But before we transition into tea time, I want to give you the floor. If there's anything that you want to say to anyone who's watching, any other comedians, you know, any useful words, or just any final messages you want to give out to the world, the floor is yours, man. This is your time.
Final message. Wow. I guess that would be follow your dreams no matter what. It might not succeed, but you can succeed in failing. You know what I'm saying? So there's always room for something. Chase it. You only got one life. There's no point in wasting around in a Walmart or a retail store or any of that BS. You know what I'm saying? Go die chasing what the fuck you love because you only get one chance at it. Shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I saw a video the other day, and it really inspired me to quit my job. So maybe I'll do that. But with that being said,
I didn't
guys,
say that. I didn't say that.
with that being said, guys, make sure you turn it. Thank you for watching the Middleman Podcast. We're going to transition into tea time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. I am the man in the middle, joined by that other guy, Timmy. Signing out. Peace.